Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I review different action figures. Today I'll be reviewing the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Scarecrow from the Collectible Bane figure wave. So let's get straight into the video. Alright, so first we'll take a look at the box. And on the front you got the window where the figure was, DC Multiverse, Scarecrow, Collectible Bane, piece 1 of 4. On the side you got the Batman Last Night on Earth logo with the words just all out there. On the back, you've got the cool picture that is also on the trading card, as well as some instructions on how to put Bane together when you have all of the pieces. And then at the bottom, it shows all of the other figures from this wave. On the side, you got Scarecrow, a little window. On the top, a piece of the window, and the Batman Last Night on Earth logo again. And finally, on the bottom, you have the barcode and some other word stuff. So there you have it for the box. Okay, so now we'll take a look at the accessories. And first you have the flight stand, which I think was a good choice to give him, especially since he doesn't have legs. And so it's just a clear plastic all over. It's got a DC logo right there, as well as a peg, if you want to use it for some other figures. And it's just got this plastic piece up here, and it is articulated like this, and it moves up and down as well. So there you have it for the stand. And then you also have the trading card, which has that cool picture that was also on the back of the box. And then on the back of the trading card, you have the source, real name, height, weight, and a small bio that if you'd like to read, you can pause the video now. And then Scarecrow doesn't really come with any accessories. The only thing I could really think of is his mask is actually removable right here. And so, I mean, that could count as an accessory too. Just sort of a clear red plastic right here that goes on top of his head like that. So there's that, and it also has the little gas cord sort of on the back here that is very cool. So that's a pretty neat accessory, if you even count it as an accessory, because it's just a part of the figure really. So there's that. And then lastly, you have the Build-A-Figure piece, which is the torso, and this is actually the biggest piece of the figure, which I think is a reoccurring thing where the smallest figure comes with the biggest piece, because the Crow Robin also came with the biggest piece, which was the torso of the Merciless. But if we want to build this figure, all we have to do is just take all of these other pieces and just put them together like that. So you just push really hard there, get the arms on, get the other one right there. Looks very nice. His hand came out right there. And then you have his head right over here, which you'll just, let's see if I can pop it on like so. Wait for that pop. There we go. There's the pop on there, so it's very nice and snug there. And then these legs are going to be the tough part. They really just do not want to stick on here, so let's see if we can get these on here. Let's see. I've had them on before. I took them off for these last couple videos for the Omega review and this Scarecrow review, just so I could show putting it together, which I think might have been a mistake, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to put these back on here. Whoops, there goes the hand. Let me try with the other leg if I can get that on just really tight. And well, it's not really even tight, it goes on there, it just doesn't stick, so it's really, really bad. I might have to heat this up again and stick it on there, so I don't know. There you have it for the Build-A-Figure pieces. If I get it on, I'll edit it into this video and I will show you. So there you have it for the Build-A-Figure piece though. Alright, there we go. I finally got his legs on and they are nice and secure on there. And so I'll go over more detail on him in my review of him. So yeah, there you have it for his accessories again. Okay, so now we'll take a closer look at this figure. And looking at the head, if you just keep this helmet on, you still can see pretty good through there. You can see his scary face, looks kind of demonic in there. But if you do want to take this off, all you do is just slide it off like that, as I showed with the accessories and stuff. And it does look very cool, very nicely painted, very gruesome on there, and I really do like it. He just overall looks very gross. And I really like those red eyes that are just sort of very creepy, and they don't really look like normal eyes, and he just looks very demonic. The only thing I don't like is if you don't have his mask on right there, there is a hole in the back of his head where this just sort of plugs in right there. So that's a little bit of a downside. Then also you can see more of the neck articulation right there, but I don't really mind that. And then moving down, you've got this sort of noose right here, which I guess you could count this as an accessory too because it is removable on there, but I don't usually take it off. I just keep it on there. Looks very nice though. And then you can see all of his ribs and sort of intestines and stuff. It looks very gross. It looks very cool, again, with that same sort of dirty look. And I really think it's a cool design for this figure to have like all these intestines and stuff, no legs. Although I don't really know how he'd live. And he also has this little piece right here, which I will show in a second. It does move out like that, which helps to put him onto the Build-A-Figure. And I'll just show that off in just a second. And then you also have part of his bone right here. Again, just looking very gruesome and pretty creepy, which I think fits for this Scarecrow character. And then on to the back right here, you've got his jacket. Can you see all these different stitching detail and the wrinkles? Really like how these sleeves kind of come off right there. Looks just very nice. Got a ton of different ripped details on here, and you've even got it in the back with just a bunch of little hanging parts of the jacket. And I really love that. I think it looks awesome. And then for his arms moving down, you've got this different sort of gauntlet piece with the brown and looks like these two different blade sort of things, kind of like Batman has, but just a little bit different. Can see a little bit of his skin through here, and his hands, which are very cool. They are just these giant long syringe hands, and they are just super cool. I really like that. I always like when Scarecrow has syringes to inject Batman or his test subjects with the fear toxin. I just think it adds an extra level of creepy to him, so I do really like that. The only thing is they are kind of bendy and are warped, which, I mean, it kind of helps to add to the creepiness to it with how they're kind of all mangled and stuff. But it would have been nice if they were a little bit straighter just to have them all separated out. But overall, he is very cool, and I really do like how he looks. I think he just looks awesome. One of the best looking for this wave, I think. And so yeah, there you have it for the details of this figure. And now articulation time. So for the head, you've got up that much and down that much, can go side to side, and a little bit of tilt on there. And if you want to take off the mask right there, you can get a lot of extra movement there, just because it doesn't have all of that mask hindering it, which it doesn't hinder too much at all. And then you've got the arms, which go up that much. And at first glance, it doesn't look like he has a butterfly joint, but he actually does have it in there, if you can see it. Yep, right there. So that is very neat that he has that. And then it can go all the way around like that. Got a swivel here at the elbow. Goes up and down. Then you got the wrist, which swivel all the way around and go up and down. And then there's the fingers, which it's every two right here that are connected. So this group right here moves up, and then this group right here moves. I would have really liked if the thumb would have been able to move. I don't know why they didn't do that. Would have been just nice to have that. And then you also have this sort of intestine piece that pokes out, which is also an action sort of play feature. And then also you've got this sort of little spine piece that moves, also with the little coat pieces right there. So yeah, there you have it for the articulation of this figure right there. All right, so now if we bring the Bane figure back in here, you can see that he has this little peg hole in the back right there. And so what you're gonna do is take out this little intestine piece right there, and all you're gonna do is just sort of stick it in there. It is a little wobbly, and you have to kind of line it up just perfect, and then push it in kind of hard to get it in there. And it's not too hard of a push, but you do have to keep it straight in there or else it will move. And then you can just have Scarecrow on the back like that, just like he does in the comic book, which is a really cool feature, and I really do like that. So there you have it, just for that little action feature. And then here's just a little comparison with all of the other figures from this wave. And so you can see Scarecrow is very small compared to the other ones, but he still does look great with all of them. And so just yeah, there you have it for the little comparison. And now here's just some different poses I like to put this figure into. And there's not really any other poses that I put him in other than on his back, but I thought I'd just show some different ones you can do on the flight stand. And so this one, he's just kind of looks like he's flying or floating sort of thing. You can just have him sort of reaching out, getting ready to attack someone and inject them with the fear toxin. And then this one you have Scarecrow just sort of crawling on the ground, reaching out towards someone, just sort of a creepy little pose that I feel like he would do if he's not on Bane's back. And lastly, I've got him crawling again, just with both hands this time, and I feel like it just adds to that creepiness where he's just sort of slowly crawling to you. But I just overall think that helps to add to his creepiness. And so yeah, there you have it for the different poses of this figure. Alright, so overall this is a fantastic figure and I really like him. I think he's probably one of my favorites of this wave, and I just really enjoy how good he looks and all of his articulation points. Even though he doesn't have legs, it is a little limited, but he still does have some pretty decent articulation with his fingers and his arms and head, and then that small little sort of torso piece at the bottom. And I also really like that they added that feature of using the intestine just to give it more of a play action with the Bane figure, and you can pair them up just like they are paired in the comic book, which is very cool. And he just looks great overall with all of his paint and different gruesome looking parts on him. And so anyways, my next review will be of the Winter Soldier from the Disney Plus wave. And so yeah, if you enjoy this video, please like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.